What's up guys, Nick here and you're watching Nick and Katie. So I'm very excited for this project. As you guys know, this is my Santa Cruz 5010 and I'm super in love with this bike. Today we're going to do something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and it didn't really occur to me that I could do this with what I had. I thought I needed to, go buy some extra parts, do some, tinkering, but in reality, what I can do to this bike right now with everything that I have in my house, I can change this bike and make it able to do bar spins, which is what I've really wanted to do on this bike since I've gotten it. We're going to set this up to do bar spins today, and I'm going to show you how just in a second. And then maybe in the next couple of days, we'll practice some bar spins and see how it goes. So let me show you what I'm working with right now. So we have the stock Santa Cruz 5010 here with all the cables that originally came on the bike from the bike shop. Now, what's gonna happen here is some of these cables are gonna be too short to spin all the way around, and some of them are gonna be long enough actually, which was surprising to me. I didn't really know that. And so you can kind of see here I have my front brake cable and my dropper post detached here, and that's because I was messing around with it a little bit to see what I could do. And it turns out that with these two cables off, you can actually spin the bars this way and get a full rotation. I'll try not to bang stuff up too much. Get a full rotation out of the rear brake cable and out of the shifter cable. So that's pretty cool. So after looking at the bike and coming up with some different ideas, I've come up with a way that I can do bar spins on this bike while still allowing it to have the shifting in the back, so a full cassette, the rear brake, which I think is non-negotiable. I think you can't really, delete a rear brake on a mountain bike. I mean, you certainly could, but if you're going downhill, you definitely get into a pickle pretty fast. And the dropper post, since I'm going for longer rides, I really do like to have my seat up. If I was standing the whole time, I know I would just get so exhausted, and this bike would probably just get left at the house, and I'd probably bring out my stump jumper, which is my more race-oriented bike. It has all the stuff that you would need to go on more of a traditional trail ride. So the one thing that I'm gonna eliminate today, and it's cool because it's actually really easy to eliminate, is the front brake. Now, Loose Dog Lewis, which is my favorite mountain bike rider that I look up to a lot, he actually doesn't run a front brake on his bike. So I'm like, if it's, not something that he needs, maybe I don't need it if I want to kind of emulate his riding style and his abilities. Today we're going to try to take off this front brake, and I have an idea for this dropper post, which I'm going to show you in a little bit of where we can put it, so that we can really free up this whole area right here, which I think is going to help a lot when throwing bar spins, because I throw with my right hand and catch with my left. And when I've done it on my BMX bike, sometimes I know I grab here, sometimes I grab there, and just having your hand able to really just grab the whole front of this is really going to make it so much easier to learn bar spins. So I actually have this little guy here, which is a star nut that can go into the top and work as like a top cap / star nut, and you can run the front brake cable up through the head tube here and out at the top. Now, I do think that I will need a slightly longer cable if I'm going to do that, so that's why I'm not doing that all right now. I'm just going to see what it's like to completely eliminate the front brake, see how it is, see if I can live with that for a while, and then if not, I'm going to probably in the next video going to get down to getting a longer cable for this, probably going to have to obviously bleed it and put it all through here. So it's going to be a little bit more complicated. Everything we're going to be doing today is something you could do probably on your trail bike as well, as long as your bars don't hit your frame in 5 minutes. So we're going to be able to make this bike bar spin capable in literally 5 minutes, which I think is pretty cool. And considering I've had this bike for 6 months now and I've been wanting to do that the whole time, I really kind of feel silly knowing that I could have probably done this from the jump. But sometimes it takes a little bit of figuring out, and shout out Fabian or Fabian, he gave me the inspiration for doing this because he set up his bike, and he has a 5010 as well, to do bar spins just with the stock cables. I know he probably did a little bit of adjustment, but his ideas kind of gave me some ideas as well. So that's kind of why I tried this, and this is why we came up with the solution. So shout out Fabian. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first thing that I'm gonna do, and this might be a little controversial to y'all that think this might be stupid or dorky, but I'm actually gonna take this dropper lever here and put it over top of these cables. It used to be underneath, so it's something that's important. It sounds silly, but it definitely is gonna give a little bit more extra reach here on this cable. And what I'm actually gonna do is mount it closer to the inside of the handlebars. Now what this is gonna do is not only free up more cable, but it's gonna give me this whole area here to catch during bar spins. So it might look a little bit weird, and you know, it is what it is. Like, it's just gonna probably look a little bit weird, but I think it's just as functional because in reality, the dropper isn't something I'm actuating as quickly as I need to a brake or something like that. So just sliding my hand over here, hitting it with my thumb, I think it's gonna be really easy and intuitive. All right, so that does the job, gets that guy on. So the next thing that we're gonna do now is actually, and it's pretty easy, which is cool. This is, like I said, can all be done in 5 minutes. Take off this front brake cable and take off the caliper as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take the disc rotor off or not, because I might put this right back on, but I might as well just take it off. It's only like 6 bolts, so I'll probably do that just for fun and just to make it look more legit. So if you guys haven't done so already, hit that subscribe and that like button for me. That would be freaking sweet, man. I'm trying to make a lot of videos like this because I think a lot of people are interested in this topic now, making your bike more of a slope duro or a jib style bike. I think it's just a really kind of trending topic right now, and I'm super interested in it because I love trick riding. And then this guy is ready to just pop right off. So the way to turn it is this way. So before I do a bar spin, I have to have it wrapped up like this. But as you can see, I can even go about this far over. Let's just like throw the bar so I can see what happens. Wow, majestic. All right, let's grab this guy. Try not to touch the disc rotor. And I have the bars at 800 millimeters, so if we decide that they're too wide, which we probably will, we got this here pipe cutter so we can cut them down and make them a little bit easier to spin around, which I'm thinking is something we're certainly gonna have to do. You can see down here we got rid of the rotor. Yeah, we're gonna take this for a little test ride today and see what it's like to ride with no front brake. Gonna come up in through here, like smack off this lip, like kapow, and like I'm basically gonna wall ride this right here. All right, so this is the first like maybe 10 minutes of me riding without a front brake. And do I miss it? No, not at all. I actually have not even really noticed it, other than the fact that I try to go for my dropper lever and it is now a little bit farther in, which is totally fine. It does kind of suck having the dropper lever over here, but I think it's just like a matter of getting used to. So other than that, front brake is pretty fine. I haven't actually taken it on any serious downhill yet, so let's get into some of that and see how she goes. Whew. So just got finished talking about how I do not miss my front brake at all. It seems as though now I have half the braking power for some reason. So I literally just went down a pretty steep section here at the ridge and completely forgot, as I've been doing, that I don't have a rear brake, and just went to lock it up. Just started skidding, kind of losing control, and literally went straight through like an entire bush. But I didn't fall, so it's all good. It's just, I'm gonna have to really remember that I don't have that front brake, and I'm not gonna be able to just rip downhill the same way I'm used to doing. So I didn't die, so that's good. Yeah, let's keep going. Hello close-up cam, hope I don't have any boogers to show you guys. We just got done riding down trail 4, which is a trail that we typically ride like almost all the time when we come here. And on that trail, I feel so comfortable that I really don't feel like I need the front brake, and I felt like I was able to go just as fast. Now, I was worried that I was gonna come across some hikers or something and not be able to slow down and kind of wild out. So that's gonna be the problem with not having a front brake. You're just not gonna be able to slow down as fast in those emergency situations. And that's definitely what happened to me over on the steeper downhill trail over there, because I just hit a jump and I was trying to like lock up the brakes because I was just going so fast and going straight down a really steep incline. So I think as far as like normal riding on this bike, I think I should be good. So we're gonna keep it like this at least for now, and so we can learn the bar spins, feel comfortable putting that front brake back on there. So that's kind of the consensus right now. We're gonna keep riding a little bit more, so there might be a follow-up after this. I feel like the test ride yesterday went pretty good all in all. I definitely miss my front brake, but I do have a whole other trail bike that's a sump jumper. I've mentioned these in the videos before, but if you're new to the channel, I'll explain. I have a stump jumper. It's a 150 mil travel in the front and 140 mil in the rear bike. And that bike is set up just for, you know, doing like an enduro race or just for riding long distance kind of trails. So it's going to be more of my bike for doing that. And then the intention of this bike was to get it to do tricks on. So I might as well like make it more into a trick bike so that I actually want to pull out the stump jumper, because I basically have two bikes that do the same thing, and that's kind of stupid in my opinion. So obviously this is a 27.5 bike. The stump jumper is a 29er. So there's a little bit of differences obviously with that as well. Doing this to the bike is just gonna make me want to pull the stump jumper out a little bit more, which I think will be cool. I'm gonna try to do a pull-up bar spin first, because I feel like I should be able to do that relatively easily. And then if I'm feeling super confident and I get the pull-up right away, I might try to do a bunny hop bar spin, or I might try to take it to somewhere where I can launch out and do a bar spin. So we'll see. I'm not gonna set the bar too high. No pun intended. Alright, so I think I'm like freaking out a little bit about the bars being too wide. I see that when the bars come back, they go over my seat, which is just a little bit too close for comfort, because I'm pretty sure my knees are just grabbing like right about there too. So I do have a pipe cutter at home. I was thinking about going home and maybe cutting these bars down a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna take 10 millimeters off of both sides and see how that goes at first, and then we can always do more later. But let's start with that, just to be safe. I don't want to overcut these bars because I absolutely love them. Super determined to at least get the pull-up bar spin today, because today is going to be the warmest day of the week. And if I don't get it today, I'm going to have to do it when it's colder. Look at that, it's pretty damn smooth. I like that. Cool. I'm going to keep this, because first time ever cutting a bar, man. Going pro. Decent. Popped all the way on there. I'm up in Park Tour Blue. It sure looks good on you. Alright, so let's visualize for a second which side is shorter. Pretend you guys didn't see that thing I just did. I definitely think that the side over here is definitely a little bit smaller now. I like it. It's adorable. Alright, now let's do the other side. So now this obviously is going to affect a lot more, because I'm going to have to shift this bad boy over about, well, we're just going to do the same distance over 10 millimeters. So I love playing with bikes. Your boy actually took 20 mils off when he thought he was taking 10 off. I don't know how that happened. It's can't even blame that on my American patriotism. So that is, yeah, so now it's gonna be 760, which, you know, for a dirt jump bike and like a trick bike, it's really not that small, but that kind of makes sense now why they look so much smaller. But you know, it's fine. It's all about making mistakes and just trying to fix them and just sending it anyway. So here we go. I kind of think that was maybe the good Lord up above just kind of trying to save me some time, because I think taking 10 millimeters off both sides wasn't really going to do shit anyway. So alright, we're committed to the game. Let's keep going. Oh my god, this is just sitting on the edge. Oh my god, man. Whew. Let's take a breather here for a second. Alright. They always say measure twice, cut once. I measured like 5 times. They should say think in between. Measure twice, think about what you're doing, then cut. As much as it sounds different going from 800 millibars to 760 millibars. I really don't think it's gonna be like a crazy difference because these pieces that are coming off are so small. So I think that's why I really was like, oh yeah, this is 10 millimeters. Knowing damn well 10 millimeters wouldn't have been enough anyway. So it's not like I took too much off because visually this is what I wanted to take off. So got all this little metal on my hands. Probably not a good look. Whatever. Pioneers didn't wear gloves or eye protection. So now we gotta slide these guys over because the handlebar grip is gonna be right in the way. Shout out Josh Bryceland, the man. Thanks for the bars, bro. You can give them to me, but maybe someday we'll be pals. All right. I'm super curious to see how this is gonna feel, man. All right, sweet. All right, I just gotta hop on this piece real quick. Okay. That doesn't feel much different at all. That definitely does not feel bad, man. That just seems like I'm gonna be able to do bar spins way easier though, honestly. I'm not even exaggerating. That just seems perfect to me. All right, dude, so chances now are at an absolute all-time high. I got the bars cut down to 760. It is a beautiful day out. I'm wearing a t-shirt and it's like March 2nd right now. And the skies are clear. There's not a noise around me right now. It's like completely silent other than that train. But yeah, man, it is perfect conditions. If we were gonna land it, today is the day. The time is now. Alright, half a Barspin. Sort of. Alright, that was confidence inspiring now. But it didn't go like super south by any means, so, and I threw it. Bruh. Got it, sort of. Going backwards now. Alright. Alright, man. So I think what's happening is that my handlebars are just like the whole front of the bike is just dropping too fast, so I need to like keep it up a little bit more and really throw the bars and try to pinch with my knees more to give the front of the bike a little bit more air time. Hey. Dude, I don't know if that was like... I can't wait to go look at the footage of that. Anyway, I think what happens is that if you just position your weight to where if the front end lands and you can land with no hands, you're gonna be pretty straight most of the time because the wheel wants to like correct itself and go out straight. So, did we just get it? I think so. Let's keep going a couple more times. I mean, gotta like kind of get used to doing it to like actually have it in the bag, if you know what I mean. Dude, I'm literally landing with no hands on the freaking bars, dude. Okay, so it's not like it's not like a perfect thing where if you're gonna like make the wheel land like this that it's gonna be necessarily golden, but you can get out in time, it seems like. So I haven't fallen on my actual like self yet, so that's good. Yeah, to a boss now, bro. What's up, bro? It's good, bro. Like, so I'm gonna keep practicing it, and yeah, this just feels so freaking sweet, man. I really want to like try to like actually catch the bar because I really feel like I'm just like throwing it to a point where my front tire is landing straight, and I'm just like, oh, caught it. Surprisingly easy to like walk out of these so far. Alright, so that time I was watching the bars. I don't know what that has to do with anything. I was like, I'll keep my eyes on the bars, that way I can catch it. And I just completely ate it. So maybe don't keep your eyes on the bars. I don't freaking know, man. That was weird. I'm good though. Alright, so my people, I am very happy. I am very happy with this being my video for the week. I feel like I've done enough. I never feel like I do enough for you people because I love you so much, but this week I feel like I've done enough. I'm gonna enjoy these pull-up bar spins for a while and get a little bit better before I try to do a bunny hop bar spin or bar spin out of something. I feel like that's a smart thing to do, and I should stop now before I get you guys too excited about me doing a bunny hop bar spin, because I don't know if that's realistic right now. It might be, but it might not be. So let me know what you guys thought of this whole process, what you thought about me setting my bike up this way, cutting the bars down, and what you thought of my bar spins. I haven't really got to look at the footage yet. I know that I'm definitely not grabbing the bars before the bars land, but I got the bars around, rode away. I'm very pleased with that. So if you guys wouldn't mind dropping a like and subscribing to our channel, that helps us out so much and that lets us continue to make videos like this. And I really like making videos like this, to be honest, especially these like bar spin kind of jibby videos. So if you want to see more of that, let me know down in the comments below and I'll absolutely deliver on that. So as always, I'm Nick and you're watching Nick and Katie. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.